once he realized that like something was going on, like they kind of like, he kind of realized that maybe I shouldn't be mad at her. And then like I should say all the students ran away with like the Naruto run, like they ran with like their like hands to the side, kind of. Then while the teacher and this guy were talking, the principal runs like the same way with like blood in his eyes, and he chases the teacher and tries to kill her. And then like they end up dealing with that, and then like a car hits the teacher principal and he dies. And then at that point they realize that wait, something really weird is going on, because all the kids ran from their house like a certain way because they had like like footage of it, like ring cameras and stuff. And this guy did the same thing. There has to be something there. We have to find the kids. And there's two other characters too, like a cop and a like a drug addict, a homeless guy. And the cop was dealing with stuff. Basically, the cop slept with the teacher. This is kind of a tangent, but not really, because it's part of the story. The cop slept with the teacher. And I will say, it kind of felt useless for us to have all this information, because at the end of the day, the cop didn't play a big part of the story. But there's this whole thing about the cop sleeping with the teacher and the cop cheating on his wife and dealing with stress in his job. And then he ends up like not doing anything in the movie at all. So he ends up finding the kids. Well, the drug addict found the kids, and because basically, so, let me go back. The cop like ran into the drug addict, like hit the drug addict, but like he had his like police camera footage on, so he was risking losing his job because his like boss saw the footage, and the boss was like, "Look, you better pray the drug addict doesn't come in, like telling you, or you're gonna be like in a lot of trouble." So he's cheating on his wife, and his wife found out. He might lose his job. He's stressing out. And then the drug addict guy goes to the police station, and the cop sees him. So the cop chases him away, like ends up like finding him. But the drug addict guy wasn't going to the police station to tell on him. He was going to the police station because like the previous day, or earlier that day, he found all of like the kids who were missing. Because he actually went into Alex, the kid who didn't get kidnapped, his house. Because he was like trying to just like, he just thought it was a random house, he was trying to find, just like to find some place to live or whatever, I don't know. But anywho, he found all the kids, so he never get any of that explained. And I hate when movies don't explain that kind of stuff. I know some people don't mind, but personally I mind, so I was not a fan of that. But the first half started off well, but the second half didn't start off that well at all. Or didn't end that well in my opinion. Like the cop, like they spent like 20-30 minutes on the cop and this drug addict, like their like story, right? They didn't do anything in the house. Like they didn't do anything that helped save the kids in the end. Like they were literally irrelevant. Like if anything they were like a detriment. So like I don't know what their purpose to the story was. Like it just felt like a waste of time. Like did you want to be a horror story? Did you want to be something else? So I don't think there was yeah, I feel like there's a lot of useless stuff in the story, I can't lie. But to be like that, I guess. But I still enjoyed the movie, man, because like it started off so good. It started off so good, but in the end, I don't like how it ended. I don't like the last 30 minutes. A lot of the characters felt useless, yada yada yada. Side note, the main character, she was pretty cute though, I can't lie. But yeah. I felt like I didn't know what type of movie it wanted to be. I don't know. As for sequels, I don't think it's gonna be a sequel, but yeah. Anyway, that's kind of it for now. I'm kind of getting super duper tired, and I don't not much more to say. Overall, the movie was decent, but because of the ending and some useless stuff in the film, I don't rate it super high. So I give it like a 7 out of 10, 6 or 7 out of 10. But for a horror movie, it's not terrible. Yeah, so yeah. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed,